Hello, good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for coming to join me. I just wanted to share with you a journal swap that I've completed, and that's with Janet Hicks. Janet makes absolutely gorgeous journals, and I approached her to ask if she'd like to do a journal swap, and I'm very pleased that she agreed. And this is the journal that Janet sent me. And all I can say is I'm absolutely blown away. I knew I would be. I've admired Janet's work for a long time. And I'd just like to share it with you. I actually got this yesterday, but I wasn't able to to video it until today. Look, I'm stroking it. It's gorgeous. Janet's put it in this little bag that she's made because it is one heck of a journal. It's a big chunk. So she put it in this to keep it nice and safe. And I take it out. It is massive. And I love it. There we go. So this is the journal that Janet sent to me. You can see just how big it is. Absolutely enormous. Isn't it beautiful? She said that she sat and sewed pieces of fabric together until it was big enough to make a journal cover from. And I think she's put it over a paper bag from what she's told me. There's just so much detail in it, so much to see. I'm absolutely blown away by it. So thank you so much, Janet. If I just undo it. I love the muted colours as well. That's just the little card that she sent me, so I'll put that to one side. I like to, if I do a journal swap with anybody, if this include like a hello card in it or something, I do like to keep it all together. So this is the journal that Janet sent me. So in the front pocket there's an envelope with all sorts in it. So that all tucks nicely in there, and it's got a pleat in the side. So whether it was a bag, but it feels like card, so I'm not sure what she's made it from. Hope you can see this okay. It's a very dull day in the UK today, so I apologise for the dullness. But not this, it's beautiful. Doily there that she's backed in paper. Pocket here. That's a double pocket on that page. There's just so much to see in it. I've looked through this a couple of times now, and every time I look I see something different. An envelope tucked behind there, and she's lined that with some shiny foil paper and sewn on a little pocket just there as well. Hope you can see that. It says listen to your heart. And then she's put flower, pressed flower behind some vellum or tracing paper on that book page, and the other side as well. Hope you can see that. Another fabric pocket there, and some lace wrapped around that cotton bobbin. And another beautiful pocket just there that she's cut out and put a card in. Isn't that pretty, lady? Long tag there that she's gessoed on the back. Another little fabric pocket there, and that hangs off the bottom of the page just there, look. So pretty. It's just so pretty. Little tuck spot just there. I think that's embossed. Embossed on that. Couldn't think of the word, if that was the right word then. And then a little pocket there that's like a belly band pocket, so they won't fall through. A beautiful little dangle on there. Another pocket there, vellum one. That's from a book there, some old vintage shops. And then lovely lace on that. Janet does a lot of mixed media, so lots of gesso and distressing on it. I've tried to do it myself, and I just can't do it. I think my brain just goes, it's not neat and tidy. I try so hard to do scruffy, you know, like, I don't mean scruffy, I mean the grungy look. This is just beautiful. And it just doesn't work for me. It just doesn't seem right, but this feels absolutely perfect. Some more vellum there in the middle. Lots of things I can take away from this and try. And that's been gessoed, and I don't know if she's stenciled on it and stitched around it for the lace. And again on there. It's just so tactile. Some beautiful buttons there, look. Lady Washington pearls. And another of those book pages. Another dangle there. A pocket just here. Love it. All the stenciling and the spraying. I'll have to try and emulate it, but it won't look anything like this. And again, one of those beautiful little pockets. Another of the pocket, that's the back of that fabric pocket. And another of the roses there that's been pressed. And I love this, how it goes over that piece of paper there. So there's an envelope on that one. Oops. That flips out. It's just the construction of these pages, how she's put them all together. Flips up there. Beautiful paper this. I think it must be handmade. Gorgeous. Another tuck spot there. So many tuck spots. I've looked at it a couple of times, as I say, and each time I find another one. Long, thin one just there. And a larger one back there. Another dangle on there. Love the little envelope. Little envelope just there, look. It tucks behind it. I guess the style, is it shabby chic? I'm never too sure. Whatever it is, I love it. Just love it. The pocket there. It's taken us a while to do the swap. I think we've both found everything that's happening in the world at the moment. It's been hard to kind of concentrate on what we're doing. But we've managed it in the end. I'm pleased to say. Another tuck spot just there, look. On the back of another tag, another long tag. I think that's plastic tablecloth pattern on that one. There's just so much detail in it. Janet, I'm just so grateful. Thank you so much for this. It's beautiful. I love it. Love, love, love it. I don't journal in journals a lot. I like to look at them. I do like to keep some things in them, like little snips of fabric or papers, or maybe I've had letters from my grandkids during lockdown, and I've been putting those into my journals, and pictures that they've done. So I like to keep things that are special to me in journals when I do a journal swap. The lace on these are just beautiful. When I look, I can never find such nice lace. And people say, oh, you live in, I live in Nottingham, which is the lace centre, or it used to be in the olden days. But it's really hard to come by. Obviously they don't make lace in Nottingham the way they used to. Little pocket there. Isn't it gorgeous? See, there's a pocket at the side, a little texture there, and a tag that she's put there, look. And a pocket there. It's just so much to see. Sorry, I'm at a funny angle. I think that's a Tim Holtz die cut maybe, tucked in that little pocket. Love the ruffle on the bottom of the page like that as a tuck. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? It's like a piece of quilting but on paper. And then the last signature here, hopefully you can still see, yeah. Again, that's been covered or backed with this shiny paper and a cutout just there. Isn't that pretty? I'd love to sit next to Janet while she makes one of these. It's like I watch Andrea Allen's videos on her envelopes and the different makes, and I've made some, you know, where they all fold in different ways, but they never look like Andrea's do, and I know Janet does them as well. I think my brain just doesn't work the same way. What have I got there? Oh, I see. Yep, there we go. Can you see that? That flips out there. So it's a nice long flip with a tuck at the end, and it tucks under so that you can see the I can't think of the machine that makes that, that embosses the paper. What a fab idea. Yeah, I'm gonna, this is what I say, you have to look at it a few times to figure out what goes where and how it folds. It's just beautiful. Another of the double pockets just there. I love the lace on the bottom of it. Fabulous. Another of those book pages. That lovely lady, that's been printed onto fabric and stitched on. It's very tactile, which is perfect for me because I love to feel the different textures in these journals. That flips open. Oh, a little hidey hole just there. That's the centre of the signature again. The pocket just there. I like the vellum. 3 pockets just there, look, with the lace again. Every page is different. None of these signatures are the same. That folds out again. There's spots on that. Another pocket just there, look. Isn't that lovely with the little shoes on? But that reminds me of the Wizard of Oz and the Wicked Witch with the shoes. I like that. Pockets again. There's not one at the top. You can see why it is so, another dangle there, why it's so chunky. I love these little envelopes, aren't they cute? There's so much fabric and lace in it. And then again in the back pocket she's put another of these envelopes that she's decorated. Can you see that? Yeah. So I don't know, it's like a little file folder, but it's some sort of envelope. So it feels quite sturdy, but she's gessoed on it and then put the lace on it. Just beautiful. And that just tucks in the back. So that is my absolutely gorgeous journal that Janet made for me. And I am absolutely thrilled with it. And I just want to thank Janet very much for agreeing to do the swap. So I hope that you've enjoyed looking at Janet's work. I will put a link through to the journal that I made for her. I'm not very good at linking, so hopefully it'll work. And I'd just like to thank you all very much for coming to look. Thank you. And Janet, thank you very much indeed. Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye.